You will want to dance after seeing this good news. And if you don't, maybe someone's watching you, which I understand. This is so good for Tesla stock. Elon Musk's Spacex is offering to sell insider shares at a price that would raise the closely held company's valuation to about $140 billion, which means Elon Musk is selling SpaceX shares and not Tesla stock. Ooh, yes, it is happening. This actually means that Elon Musk is looking at Tesla stock saying it's a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. I mean, surely Elon Musk is looking at this Chipotle being worth 54 times the earnings and Tesla only 52 times the earnings. He's looking at this and he says, these Chipotle burritos must be pretty damn good. I need to get some for me. Maybe they are using gigacastings to make burritos. In other words, this does not make sense that Chipotle, Mexican food restaurant basically, is supposedly a better deal than Tesla. I mean, what kind of innovation is Chipotle bringing to the table? Are we going to make self-driving burritos that are going to use full self-driving beta to drive directly into your mouth? This has to be one of the most bullish things for Tesla this quarter, for me at least, as a long-term Tesla stock investor. Now, within the story, it does not specifically say that Elon is selling shares. However, remember how just now we learned that also Elon was considering getting a margin loan to refinance some of the debt that Twitter has by borrowing money against Tesla stock? Well, it's not really hard to put one and the other one together that Elon Musk is looking to raise some capital. Elon Musk owns about 50% of SpaceX, so any kind of shares sold, it's extremely likely it is Elon's shares being sold. Gary also updated his Tesla catalyst list. Twitter overhang lifting is still here. I think this one is just going to keep moving to the next month, and then the next month, and then the next month, and then the next month. I don't think it's lifting. Not soon. I'll make a separate video about that. China production clarity. Yep, this one we will have some clarity. Now, whether this catalyst is actually going to be a good catalyst or a bad catalyst, we'll see. That still remains to be fully clarified, but it's not looking bad from what I am seeing. Long term, I'm very bullish. Short term, we might have a bad quarter here and there. That is fully expected. FSD version 11 beta wide release in December. Hopefully, we'll see. FSD Beta is getting quite a bit better. I personally, when I drive now, I prefer, if I'm driving alone though, if I'm driving alone, I prefer to drive with FSD Beta on. I just feel it makes the drive a little bit safer. It makes the drive a little bit easier. I can relax a little bit more, unless I'm going through a situation that is unusual. Then I just know FSD Beta is just not going to do well, unfortunately, in my area, but generally it's pretty good. Relatively speaking, when I'm comparing the progress that it made from a year ago to now. And when I look at Omar here, I mean, his drives are getting spectacular. This is what, a 1 hour long drive, zero takeover, 70 minutes specifically, you can see right here. This is getting a little bit, spectacular, a little bit more spectacular every 3 months significantly when I compare his videos from back then to now. However, I do have to say this. If I am with someone else in the car, there's no way I'm using FSD Beta. It's not that it's not good. The reason why I would not want to ever use FSD Beta when I am with someone else is because when it disengages, it's like the most annoying alarm sound that you can have. Think about your alarm clock in the morning. It's that bad. It scares everyone because the car just goes off with warnings. It tells you to take over and it starts beeping and it freaks everyone out. It's not comfortable for anyone. And the most annoying part is when it disengages, when I engage back. If I try to engage back immediately, usually that happens within seconds again because it's an area that it just doesn't know how to handle. So then I can't really turn it back on. But I would try. If I'm by myself, I would try. And then it would just fail like 3 times in a row because it doesn't know, let's say, how to handle this specific set of lanes. So it's a little bit annoying if you are with anyone else in the car, unless you are specifically just demonstrating full self-driving beta, then it's no problem. But if you just want to relax and really have a nice time with everyone in the car, you don't want to turn it on yet. Not yet. Maybe if they change the warning sounds, maybe it would be better. Right now, it freaks everyone out. But when I am just by myself, I don't mind that. I really don't mind. We make some sounds, and so what? I'm just usually just seeing how good it is anyway. So I personally don't mind. Next on the list, gigafactories. I don't know. Are we going to have that gigafactory announcement that Elon Musk promised to us before the end of 2022? It's looking less and less likely with each day, but hopefully next quarter, I would love to hear an announcement on an audio call on Twitter, using Twitter Spaces. Elon said in the beginning when he joined that space that he just got off a call with Tesla's board to discuss a critical matter being a direct quote. And he's saying that perhaps this could be signing off on a new gigafactory site, especially if, it's not really an if, it's going to cost billions of dollars. It will cost billions of dollars. So, of course, this would require board approval. And Gary believes, which I fully agree with as well, that the board meeting was probably regularly scheduled. And oftentimes board meetings are just via Zoom. I've seen many of those. The $7,500 EV credit, number 5. Yeah, that's going to be so good for Tesla. I like to call it the Tesla Enrichment Act. I stole that from Ross Gerber. Number 6, Tesla buyback. I don't know. Q1, is it going to be really announced? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I made a video about Elon Musk liking a tweet that was pro-building cash, which to me pretty much clearly showed that Elon Musk is not for a buyback, at least not this moment right now. So I think Elon pushes Tesla to do what Elon wants Tesla to do. I don't think board gets in the way of Elon. I think if Elon wants to do one thing and a board wants to do a different thing, the board will follow what Elon wants to do. I mean, you just look at Elon's track record, just let him do what he wants. It works out. Number 7, Cybertruck launch. Hopefully, it starts scaling to a significant level by the 3rd quarter in 2023. But we know that Tesla oftentimes takes quite a bit of time to really ramp up, and this is a completely new product. So expect delays, unfortunately, but sometimes Elon surprises us as well by getting things done sooner than expected. I mean, Model Y, that came out quickly. Then Gary still believes in the $30,000 EV car. Maybe I think they should announce it only after it has basically been fully developed and they are ready to start manufacturing the thing in like a month. Because if you announce that in China, I mean, the sales of, because most people in China, they buy the cheapest Model 3 or the cheapest Model Y. So that means that they are really stretching every single dollar that they have. So if they see a cheaper alternative, many of them will buy that cheaper alternative or will wait for that cheaper alternative. I don't think it's that much of a case over here, but it is a case in China, I believe. And Gary still maintains his $550 price target within 6 to 12 months. That is a big price target. That would be a 3x from here. Crazy. But Gary has very good reasoning behind it. So what he says to me, it does make sense, but also the markets can be completely irrational. But the biggest short-term catalyst is probably the Fed pivot. If the interest rates stabilize and they don't increase them anymore, but most importantly, for that to happen, inflation has to come down. It has to come down to typical normal levels. If this does happen, then if Tesla's forward, meaning forward, so next year's basically PE projected ratio should be at maybe 40, Gary says, which would put Tesla's stock price at $288. Tesla, of course, is very well positioned to go through a crisis, a big recession. It would still hurt Tesla a lot, but it would hurt everyone else a lot more, which is why it would generally be good for Tesla. But short term, that would be painful. We'll see what the Fed does. In the meantime, these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Postius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.